Good evening, everybody. Last time we spoke, and I spoke for you guys, I was talking to you about how you can make great photographs out of your own pictures using just simple tools found on your computer. But tonight, instead of talking about that, I'm going to talk about how it is important, it is of dire importance, that if you really want great photographs, you find the right professional photographer to do them for you. Everyone has had some sort of experience with photography, either being, unsatisfied with the results of unfavorable photo shoot at a bargain store, a bargain studio. Many of these found in places like Walmart, Sears, or the like. Or, spending a lot of money on pictures that didn't turn out just the way you wanted to, and there's no return on your investment other than what's already done. Or, there's possibly, there's a memory of a deceased family member, long gone, but their memory kept alive and ablaze in that one picture that you have of them that you would be devastated if you lost. Snapshots, portraits, photographs, cameras, flashes, still frames, we are all affected by photography in some way. As professional photographer Catherine Liu once said, photography is an allegory of instantaneous archival decision. By offering to capture the moment, photography seems to fulfill the promise of painlessly accurate record keeping. There are three types of photographers I would like to address tonight: the family member, the bargain studio, and the professional. And I assure you that finding the right photographer can help make your memories last forever. Everybody loves their family members. I can't deny that. And we hate to let them down or hurt their feelings by denying them the privilege of taking photographs of our special event. And, it's always good that they're almost always free. Who doesn't like free stuff? However, having a family member take snapshots with their point and shoot bought at the local Walmart probably isn't appropriate for a special event like a wedding, or even for very good family portraits. Professional photographer Michael Albany addresses the biggest problem with letting loose a family member with a camera in his blog post, Questions to Ask Before Hiring a Photographer. Does the photographer you have selected have the equipment needed to do the job correctly? Does the photographer have the ability and tools to control the light properly? Do they have access to a studio appropriate for the shoot? Are they going to get the image right at the shoot, or do they tell you, I'll fix it in Photoshop later? Post-production is a requirement for almost every image. However, post-production is the refinement of color and style, not the solution to all problems. Most family members do not have the equipment or the money to get the correct equipment to provide professional quality photographs. And so hiring the right professional is a safer bet for when you're really looking for dazzling memories that are going to last forever. Moving on to our next type of photographer, the bargain studio, brings us into a completely different realm of photography. You can find these on almost every street corner. Like I said earlier, Walmart's, Picture Me, Portrait Studios, Sears Portrait Studios, Clicks, Photographs, you name it, Olin Mills, they're all there. A lot of them have been around for a long time. However, have you actually taken a look at the pictures themselves, the quality of the pictures? They might look good printed out when they have them, really small size. But if you take them in your computer and you get the files and you blow them up, or even take one of the regular pictures that are blown up, you will see shoddy work. You will see quick Photoshop editing to take out pieces that you don't really need or that they didn't think you needed. And let's be honest, if you look at your family pictures compared to a stranger's family pictures, there's a good chance they're going to look almost exactly alike. Where's that uniqueness, that essence of you in those pictures? It's nowhere to be found. Now, they may have the equipment that they need, the professional equipment, but that equipment is usually manned by people making minimum wage, who don't really want to be there, that are just trying to get paid and get a paycheck, as opposed to people who really love the art. They usually have little no experience other than taking snapshots and couldn't really care less whether your pictures turned out right. Now, these studios, these bargain studios, are definitely better than letting your cousin Bob take your pictures. But come on, you can always do better. As our friend said earlier, quality work is definitely worth the price and the investment. Your best bet for quality work is a professional photographer. Now, these come in many styles and qualities, and this is also where you'll need the most discretion. Because unfortunately, unlike many other professions, photography does not require any sort of license to practice. Anybody can go out to any type of store that offers a good camera, buy a professional camera, and call themselves a photographer. But they're not. How many times have you seen, your little sister or your friend's little sister, somebody just get spoiled with a good, Canon or a Nikon or a Sony or an Olympus, a good DSLR camera, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm a professional photographer. Let me do your stuff. I'm a professional. Come on, guys. Really? Are you really going to trust your memories to somebody that has no experience? Pretty much your essence, your soul, to somebody that has no experience? I know I wouldn't. Now, beware of photographers like this. When asked in an interview about the seeming new fad of being a professional photographer and how he related, photographer Noel Hadley had this to say: "One thing I've learned through observation, it doesn't matter how mediocre you are. If you're a great businessman, you're going to do really good in the field." Here's the answer that I've given to everybody. From the beginning, I never wanted to be recognized by where or who or what I attach myself to, but simply by the quality of my work. In other words, I've always wanted to be so good that I couldn't go unnoticed. Now, this hits quite home because that's what you're really going to want to look for. If you really want to find somebody that's going to fit your family, your style, your quality, and is going to be willing to go the extra mile for you, you're going to want to look at their work, at all the work, not just the stuff they have posted, but find the people that they've done work for and ask to see their pictures. Look, do your own research. It's going to be worth the time and effort. Because though the pictures they may post on their website are all stunning, look great, they're usually lower resolution copies, and many of the bad ones have been taken out. You need to get the whole picture before you decide. Sit them down in an interview like they're going for a job. Because in essence, that's what they're doing. They're interviewing for your job of taking your pictures so that you can pay them, so that they can get your paycheck. Why wouldn't you do that? You would do that if you're going to hire somebody in your business. Why wouldn't you do it if they're going to take your pictures? Get references, but again, don't rely solely on them. You need to take the whole picture into account so that you can make the right decision. Now, these are your memories, and you wouldn't want to put them in the wrong hands any more than you would want to remove them from your memory, would you?